Here are 5 things you need to know before you buy a MacBook Pro for the not so tech savvy people out there. Number 1, free video editing software. The reason why I bought the MacBook Pro is because of the free video editing software, the iMovie. For those who are still starting out the video editing and the vlogging, there's an iMovie already here that you can use. It's very simple, very user-friendly, so you don't really need to understand all the jargons related to the other video editing software. I know the laptops are not cheap, so I needed few months buffer before I could subscribe to a more complex video editing software such as Final Cut Pro or Sony Vegas or even Adobe Premiere Pro. The thing is, when I search for the Adobe Premiere Pro, for example, the subscription is annually. So yearly, you have to pay a certain amount of sum. Whereas for the Final Cut Pro, the one that is specifically built for the MacBook, it only has a one-time subscription fee. So I guess having the MacBook Pro would save me a lot of money in the long run. Number 2, Thunderbolt Port. The Thunderbolt Port is something new to the new versions of the laptops. Actually, not only for Apple. When using the Thunderbolt Port, you can't use anymore your traditional USB. You can't just plug this in. So you have to get an adapter or a dongle or a docking station before you can use this. I have here a docking station. I know for example, for MacBook's mouse and other accessories, their connector is already compatible, but I didn't want to buy a new mouse yet, especially that I still have another mouse available. For other laptops, I know there's already a free dongle, so yeah, for the MacBook, you have to prepare for that. Number 3, memory and external hard drive. For my MacBook Pro, I bought this I bought the 256 gigabytes. Actually, I was planning to buy the MacBook Air, but for how many months, there's no stock here in Cebu. When we found out that the MacBook Pro is available in one of the stores here, we immediately bought it. The 256 was already outside my budget range that time, but I just thought I'll just buy it. So the problem with the 256 gigabytes when you're video editing is the memory really. Right now, I'm using the Final Cut Pro trial mode. So that's for if you install that in your MacBook, that's 90 days free trial before you need to buy or need to spend the subscription. And the memory that it takes per project or per video is very big. So I have one project or one video here that took 190 gig. And the storage of my laptop is only 256 gig, so that's really a problem. There is a workaround in Final Cut Pro wherein you have to just delete the rendered files for those old and new videos that you're making. But that's really a hassle for me. When every time I need to edit a video, I need to delete the unused rendered files and even my old rendered files from other videos. That is why having an external hard drive is a must for those that would like to video edit using the Final Cut Pro. Number 4, using your old external hard drive. I have my old external hard drive with me. I bought this, I think, back in 2014-2015 for my videos before when I used my sister's laptops. And when I plugged this in my MacBook Pro, I only saw, I think, less than 10 files in it. But I do remember having more files than that. So when I plugged this in Jem's laptop, I saw that there are hundreds of files, more than a dozen folders. So the reason for that is my external hard drive is not compatible with my MacBook Pro. And there's a way to fix that, but you need to back up all your files. So this one has currently 500 gigabytes worth of data. So I had to back this up in Jem's laptop. And then once everything is there, you need to plug this back to the MacBook Pro and then change the format to something that the MacBook Pro can read. It's quite a hassle, but it's something you really have to do to read your files and even store files here. Number 5, the battery life. So the battery life of the MacBook Pro is really a good asset. It's really a good asset for me. The other day, I tried to watch videos simultaneously for 5 hours, and only 50% of the total battery life was consumed. So that means if I continuously watch it for 10 hours, that's the only time that it will need to be charged. And that's really something good, because the reason why I bought a laptop and not a PC is because I want to be mobile in the future. So if I can edit somewhere without logging anything that long, that would be really great. Regarding the memory, the Thunderbolt port, and using your old external hard drive, they are the inconvenient part of owning the MacBook Pro for me. But you can work around it. So it's something that it's not really bothersome all the time. You can do something about it. Overall, anyway, what my experience with the MacBook Pro for 1 month plus is really good. The performance is really fast. Editing videos is a breeze. I don't need to wait for hours to generate a 2 gig video, and the battery life is really good. Plus, if I don't have budget to subscribe to another video editing software, there's an iMovie here. So that's really a big plus for me. Okay, so that's the 5 things you need to know about the MacBook Pro. Thank you for watching, and see you guys again next time.